I could literally do a song, right? I would literally do a song. No, this song isn't that. I would take like a week or 2 weeks to just finish the song because I hate my accent so much now. Now that I hear it.
Now, you think you could cheat on somebody and still be in love?
For sure.
Okay. So I want to ask you this as a man.
As a man,
that women want to know, why do men cheat? Like, what would, for yourself,
I can't personally speak on why men cheat, but like,
for you.
Like when I did do that, like I was in a different space. I was young. I had just got married. I'm getting a lot of money. Really was communication. We got married, and then our communication was good, but it wasn't like I wasn't saying my wants and needs and and vice versa.
Stefon Diggs may have left the Super Bowl without a ring and without a girlfriend. Stefon and Cardi B sparked breakup rumors after the New England Patriots lost the Super Bowl. In the hours after the game, fans noticed the two had unfollowed each other on Instagram. Cardi attended the game and made a cameo during Bad Bunny's halftime show, left it early, and posted a video of herself in her car. Before kickoff, when asked if she had a message for Stefon, she simply said, "Good luck." The couple's relationship became public in mid-2025, and they welcomed their first child together last November. So do you think there is trouble for these two? Let us know in the comments.
Doesn't matter what he says, oh, let me heal you, or, I'm gonna be good to you.
Like one time he just told me, like, it's like, let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's like, okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Stefon, the baby boomers crew. The baby boomers? Who is that? You? Oh, my personal life? I told you about that. I don't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see in the...
We'll see.
Stefon Diggs lost more than just the Super Bowl. So he allegedly lost his woman, Cardi B. Now, y'all, we had just talked about how happy Cardi was that they were going to the Super Bowl.
This was so packed and jumping, but you know what? Us Pat fans, we stuck together and we stuck it out and we won. We all we got, we all we need. Like Mr. Diggs said, L.
But when the Super Bowl actually came, Cardi didn't have much to say anymore. So a reporter asked her if she had any advice, but she kept it surprisingly short.
Message for Stefon before the game. One inspired message for him.
Good luck.
She said, Cardi said good luck and walked away. Good luck. Is that some kind of sick foreplay that only Cardi and Stefon would understand? I'm like, what happened? What happened to, like Mr. Diggs say, we all we got, we all we need. Ow. What, like, where? It's only been 3 business days, y'all. Oh my gosh. Well, I would be like that too because Stefon's other baby mama was also at the Super Bowl. She was also there. And then fans noticed the ultimate sign of a breakup. They unfollowed each other on Instagram. Okay, all right? And so I'm like, you know what? Of course you didn't win the Super Bowl. You got too many women and babies in the same place. Good grief, Stefon. You are over here in the Super Bowl. You're supposed to be studying defensive plays, and you over here making sure one woman is on the opposite side of the field from the other. Here you got your coach. The coach is drawing up the football plays. You drawing up visitation schedules. What are you doing? For me, I don't understand. Why would Stefon invite 2 of his baby mamas to the Super Bowl? And this is what I gotta say. I may not have understood a lot of Bad Bunny's lyrics, but I understood that more than what I understood going on with Stefon and all of that. Oh my gosh. You cannot double book women unless you also double book the exit route. And Cardi, one thing about Cardi B, she does not strike me as the quiet exit type. So Stefon, what I think is you gonna come home to a closet full of cut up clothes. So I don't know, but I still say we need at least one mystery solved. So before y'all actually officially break up, can you tell me what is the name of y'all baby? What's the baby's name?
What started as a normal night in Florida quickly turned into one of the most confusing celebrity chaos stories of the year, because reports began spreading that Offset had been shot outside a casino. And within minutes, the internet didn't just react to the shooting. It started building a whole story around it, one that pulled in Cardi B, her new life, and even NFL star Stefon Diggs. Almost instantly, social media wasn't asking what happened. It was asking who was responsible and why. But here's where things get strange. Because the deeper people dug, the less clear the truth became. And the more the rumors spread, the bigger the story grew. So what actually happened that night? And how did it turn into a full-blown internet theory involving some of the biggest names in music and sports? Well, it didn't start where most people think. And it definitely didn't end where the internet assumed it did. And what comes next changes the entire picture. It happened outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Florida. Reports say Offset was in the valet area when a confrontation broke out. Within moments, things escalated into chaos. Police were called to the scene almost immediately. 2 individuals were reportedly detained as officers secured the area. And Offset was transported to a nearby hospital with injuries described as non-life-threatening. But even before official details could settle, footage started circulating online, blurry clips, shaky angles, short moments of confrontation, and that's all it took. Because once the video hit social media, the story stopped being just a police matter. It became entertainment. Commentators rushed in, influencers speculated. Entire threads formed within hours. Some people insisted it looked like a targeted attack. Others said it was a dispute gone wrong. But there was one major problem. Nobody actually had full information yet. And that didn't stop the internet from moving forward anyway. Because the moment names got involved, the story exploded in a completely different direction. And that's where things got even more complicated. Almost instantly after the footage spread, names started getting attached. One of the most discussed was rapper Lil TJ. Social media users began claiming he was involved in the altercation. But official records told a very different story. Reports indicated he was arrested at the scene, but only on minor charges like disorderly conduct and traffic-related issues. No weapons charges, no attempted murder charges, no confirmed connection to any shooting. And his legal team moved quickly to shut down the narrative. They publicly stated he was not involved in any shooting and did not possess a firearm during the incident. But by then, the internet had already made up its mind. Because once a name enters a viral story, it rarely leaves quietly. Even after his release on bond, speculation continued. And that's when the story should have slowed down. But instead, it started speeding up in a completely different direction. Because this wasn't just about a casino anymore. It was becoming tied to months of personal drama, relationships, and online tension that had nothing to do with Florida at all. And that's where the real backstory begins. To understand why this story escalated so quickly online, you have to go back to the long and complicated relationship between Offset and Cardi B. The two married in 2017 in a private ceremony that wasn't even publicly revealed right away. Together, they built a family and became one of hip-hop's most recognizable couples. But behind the image, things were far from stable. Over the years, allegations of cheating repeatedly surfaced. Public breakups turned into reconciliations. Reconciliations turned back into tension. And eventually, the relationship reached a breaking point. Cardi eventually filed for divorce after years of unresolved issues. She publicly spoke about emotional strain, stress during pregnancy, and the toll the relationship had taken on her life. Offset, for his part, later admitted regret over how things ended. But even after the separation, the emotional fallout didn't just disappear. It stayed online. It stayed in interviews. And it stayed in public perception. Because when two celebrities at that level split, the world doesn't move on as easily as they do. And in this case, the next chapter only added fuel to the fire. After the breakup, Cardi eventually moved forward publicly with NFL star Stefon Diggs. At first, it was subtle. Then it became visible. Then it became undeniable. They were seen together in Miami. Then at major public events. Then courtside appearances. Then social media posts that left very little room for speculation. Their relationship moved fast, almost unusually fast for public standards, and the attention followed instantly. Every appearance was analyzed, every photo was dissected, every interaction became a headline, and while fans were split between support and criticism, there was one person the internet kept watching closely in the background, Offset, because as Cardi's new relationship became more visible, so did his reactions online, and that's where things started to shift from breakup drama into something far more unpredictable. As Cardi and Diggs became more public, Offset's online activity became more erratic and emotional. Posts appeared, then disappeared. cryptic messages surfaced about disrespect, loyalty, and betrayal. At one point, a now-deleted message referenced anger tied to personal family issues. Another post hinted at frustration over how he felt portrayed publicly. Then came the deactivation of social media accounts altogether. But even offline, the tension didn't fully fade, because screenshots, rumors, and alleged leaks continued circulating. Some claimed there were private conversations involving third parties. Others claimed there were arguments behind the scenes escalating beyond public view. None of it was ever fully confirmed. But in the world of internet storytelling, confirmation often becomes optional. And this is where the narrative started to shift again, because suddenly, it wasn't just about heartbreak anymore. It was about alleged threats, alleged confrontations, and alleged connections between people who had never publicly confirmed any involvement in each other's conflicts. And that's where things became the most controversial part of the entire story. At the center of the online storm were claims involving leaked conversations, social media screenshots, and podcast allegations. One of the most widely discussed voices was influencer Selena Powell, who shared recordings and stories that quickly went viral. In those claims, she described private conversations allegedly involving Offset and referenced aggressive statements toward unnamed individuals. None of these claims were officially verified, but that didn't stop them from spreading across social platforms at lightning speed. At the same time, other screenshots allegedly showed indirect conversations tied to personal disputes and relationship tension. Cardi herself also previously hinted online that she felt harassed and overwhelmed during the period of public separation, though she did not confirm specific accusations in detail. So what happened next was inevitable. The internet connected everything. Every rumor, every leak, every emotional post, and stitched them into a single narrative. A narrative that suggested escalating personal conflict between multiple public figures. But there was still one major missing piece: no verified link to the casino incident, and no official confirmation connecting any of the online claims to what happened in Florida. Still, the story kept growing anyway, until everything finally collided in public perception. When Offset was shot outside the casino, the internet immediately tried to make sense of it. And instead of waiting for confirmed details, people filled in the gaps themselves. Some pointed to past rumors, others pointed to alleged leaks, others pointed to completely unrelated online drama involving Cardi and Diggs. And within hours, a full conspiracy-style narrative formed online. But official reports told a much simpler story. The incident appeared to stem from a confrontation at the casino itself. A fight in the valet area escalated. Police responded, people were detained, and an investigation began. At no point was there any verified evidence linking Stefon Diggs to the incident. No law enforcement statement suggested his involvement, and no official source supported the theories circulating online. In fact, most of the viral connections being made were based entirely on speculation. But by then, the narrative had already taken on a life of its own. Because once the internet builds a storyline, it doesn't always wait for reality to catch up. So when you strip everything back, what's actually confirmed? A casino confrontation, a shooting involving Offset, an active police investigation, and a wave of online speculation that rapidly expanded far beyond verified facts. What's not confirmed? Any involvement from Stefon Diggs, any verified connection between Cardi B's relationship and the incident, and any official link between leaked claims and the shooting itself. But this story isn't just about what happened in Florida. It's about how quickly modern celebrity culture turns chaos into narrative, how fast rumors become theories, and how easily disconnected events get woven into a single storyline online. Because in the end, the internet didn't just react to this story, it rewrote it in real time. And whether the truth ever fully matches the narrative people created, that's the part nobody can predict yet. And that's exactly why this story isn't finished.